I just want to do a brief overview. This is not the end of the series. I've still got some more things to say. But just an overview of what we've gone through so far. We are dealing with a singular aspect on a multi-headed monster. Whatever the reasons the likes of Christian Zionism, or really better called Zionist, apostate, Zianity, was invented for, its current purpose is to serve the Zionist, in other words atheist, state of Israel and nothing else. I sometimes wonder and have to ask, if these people are really into Israel, the Middle East, whatever, why don't they just join British Israelism? It just seems to me that these Zacks have a need to be servile to be in a continuous state of submission. But, they say, oh, we're doing this for Israel, blah, blah, blah. It's what God wants, which I don't know who they consider their God, but it's not the one as revealed by Abraham. If these people weren't Zacks, and if they weren't to be called Zacks, then you would have to call these people cucks. That is what they are. They are cuckolds. If there wasn't any the atheist and pantheist Jews to serve, these would be the sort of people who would probably be serving, the American, black nigger, Nation of Islam, which is also an atheist, pantheist type setup, much like today's Judaism. And they would feel the need to serve them. Why would the Nation of Islam think of such cucks? Wouldn't think anything of them. They're just garbage. It seems these people hate themselves with such a pride. They have a pride in being debased. These loathsome, suicidal creatures are pretty much like HIV is to, they're like HIV to anything Christian and anything European. I just like to make a few points. Point one. There is a minuscule and dying, if not near extinct, minority of Judaists who do believe in the concept of God as taught by Moses. These people should not refer to themselves as Jews, but rather as those who believe in the Mosaic faith, which is what it's about, as taught by Moses. Point number 2. Musawis should be recognized for what they are: Semitic Palestinians who believe in the Mosaic faith. They are not Sephardim. The PLO Charter of 1967 recognises them as such. 3. If Christian churches want to peddle the expired Jewish prophecy of chiliasm, then they should no longer be classified as Christian, but instead must be referred to as chiliastic. 4. Sects must be expelled from churches as they do engage in and propagate apostasy. This is very true. Depending on the country you're in, the United States, you have the likes of Hagee and the church based around him. In other places you don't. What I find sects do is they will join individual churches and try and infect the congregations with their beliefs. In Australia, I've not seen any Christian Zionist church, but people will go into mainstream churches and try and push it from there. Okay. Point number 5. Judaism can no longer be accepted as an Abrahamic faith because it is overrun with atheists and pantheists. And 6. There are physical, maternal bloodline Jews and there are spiritual Jews. The former should never be recognised as being of the Mosaic faith unless they practice as Moses instructed, and the latter should be recognised as Zaks. So if some guy says, I'm off a Jewish mother but I hate God, blah blah blah, say, well, you cannot call yourself a Judaist because you are an atheist. You cannot associate with any identity relating to a religion because you are an atheist. And this is where I have a problem with Judaism. They refuse to expel their atheists. The synagogue is not about God, it is about Jews hanging out. So, in a synagogue you can have one person, who would be of the Mosaic faith, praying and believing in God as revealed by Abraham, and yet next to him you can have a guy going, I only come here to get stock market tips, I hate God, it's a load of shit. And that's it, and that. Whatever goodness the devout guy had in praying is diminished by some hook-nosed arsehole who just sees the synagogue as a place to hang out with his fellow kikes. And I wonder, why is it they call themselves a religion? They don't believe in the spiritual. They are atheists. Zionists are atheists. Whether they call themselves Christian Zionists, well, that's the same as saying Christian atheist. It's a contradiction. Yet, as we see now, people will hold two diametrically opposing ideas as being simultaneously true. So that's my little rant for the moment, but I will continue on with this, and if it offends anyone, well, fuck you. We have to look into the esoteric aspect of this, because you have to ask, how can such an absolute microscopic minority of people, such as the Jews, somehow control and decide what goes on in the world? And I will tell you why. So, keep watching.